You wake up in your 16 years/0 body and the year you were that age. You have all of your current memories and abilities. What do you do with your life? It have a lot more confidence and more of a screw you attitude toward drama and unkind actions from peers. Don't date that girl for almost 4 years. So she's available? A 44-year-old brain and a 16-year-old body. I'm gonna get shit done, starting with my 401k. Same here. God, I'd be so rich. Also, ditch the guy from your hometown and treasure your future husband for the gem he is. Buying all the bitcoins I can get my hands on. Edit, imagine grabbing even a few when they were less than 10 cents each. INV4 butterfly effect causes crypto to never get big in the first place. This is my most sincerely held fantasy. I am a genie. Yesterday you were 70 years old, with all the regrets, what ifs and disappointments we all pick up over the years. But, #zap look at yourself in the mirror. You have been transported back in time to 2022. You are younger, more vibrant. You are no longer jaded, tired. What will you do differently this time? Thanks bro, that kind of broke the loop of overthinking for a second. Right now is the past you will be looking back on and wish you did better. Fuck, why did you do this to me this morning? Hug mom and dad. And grandpa and grandma. Still too late for me. Tell my dad to go get checked for cancer. And give him a hug. Edit, thanks for awards. Let's give the people we love hugs tonight. Invest in Amazon and Google. Find and meet my wife 5 years before we met. I need that time with her. She passed away 3 months ago and I'd do anything for more time with her. Go straight to a psychiatrist to get ADHD medicine. Get mom to a hospital before the blood clot forms in her leg. But my mom's was an aneurysm in her brain. So was my mom's. Thankfully my sister was there to take her in time. Start sports betting, because I doubt I would remember winning lotto numbers on specific dates, but I sure as shit remember who won Super Bowls and World Series. Edit to address a couple things people keep saying. 1. Bitcoin wasn't invented until I was 32. I'm anti-capitalist, so helping the billionaires become billionaires isn't my thing, but I may give some advice to loved ones. 3. Every Vegas casino has sports books so you can spread bets around there and not do it too often, so you don't raise eyebrows. 4. You don't need to bet a lot on long odds stuff to make a lot of money. A couple of strategically placed $1,000 plus bets on 1,000 to 1 odds would have you sitting pretty and also probably not cause a butterfly effect. 5,000 to 1 odds on Leicester winning the English Premier League in 201,516. I'll remember that one forever. I'd try to make better decisions. Same, I'd go to uni at 18 rather than 28, be better with money in my early adult years and not waste so much time trying to put off getting a real job. For me it would be skip uni and go into the trades. I went to uni, got into boomer tech, and at around 28 settling into the trades. Don't succumb to the stereotypes of the era and take the home economics class I wanted to do. I could learn to cook but was afraid to because it was a girl thing to do. I would have discovered my love for cooking at an age I could have really done something with it. This is not directed to you as a person. Just a reflection of myself and my thoughts about your important comment. I've been cooking since I was 8 or 9. I am good at most domestic chores. I also provide for myself financially. But that's due to with my personality and the need for cleanliness and order. Young women are encouraged to take care of themselves financially so they can be independent, and young men should be encouraged to do the same in a domestic sense. If both parties have equal well-rounded sets of life skills, it creates a more equal playing field rather than creating a power dynamic. I'm glad you did find your love of cooking. Try to figure out my class schedule as I've long forgotten what that was. Take better care of my car and my grades. Have the courage to talk to the girls, especially the ones I found out too late who were interested in me at that time. Look at different options for career paths. Invest in what we all now know are sure things and make a few sports bets. Hug my grandparents tightly and spend more time with them. I have nightmares fairly often about being back in high school and not remembering where I was supposed to be for each period. I'm about to have my 20-year reunion. Go to therapy and handle my depression before it gets out of hand. Everything else, I do pretty much the same, just that this time, I'll actually enjoy it and make some friends along the way instead of just trying to survive. Cry, due to the loss of my wife and daughter. Yeah, it'd be super depressed because I'd know there was no way to replicate my whole life to end up with my husband and son. Worse, let's say you do meet your husband and you have a kid. And they're completely different. I would be destroyed, conflicted and unable to grieve. That would be hell. Yep, time travel is ducked up for parents. There is no chance of getting the exact same copulation scenario, no matter how well you Marty McFly it. Even a fraction of a second difference could be a completely different kid. 1981 I would go insane with grief over my wife and daughter. Buy a guitar. Start a metal band and die young. Duck it, I'm done. Reddit has a fair amount of parents on it. I'm really surprised that grief over the nightmarish, irreversible unmaking of our kids isn't higher up. I solved this for myself, so when you time travel back, you're taking a copy of your current self and inserting it into your former younger self. This causes a new thread to be created and it branches off from the current timeline. So you are not time traveling as much as you are living a whole different reality at a much earlier point. The solution to the unborn beloved children is that your original self and your kids are still living out their lives in the original thread. Where it gets weird is that you can never know if the thread you came from was actually the original thread. If you could copy yourself, insert into an earlier point, and branch off in a new thread, what's to say that the thread you came from wasn't someone else's branch thread? And you have no way to know how long this has been going on. It could be an untold number of threads, all branching out from each other and at different points. And this would explain why there's so much dark matter in the universe. And then the drugs wore off and I can't figure out the rest. Branching timelines are definitely the easiest way to handle time travel, but even then, you'd have to be content that your kids are continuing their lives with another version of you, but that this version of you would never see them again. Still not worth the price of admission, in my opinion. Break up with my boyfriend and cut my toxic best friend out of my life. Would sure as hell save me a lot of trauma and consequential therapy. It really wouldn't though, because you keep all your memories. You'd have trauma from things that never actually happened. But it's also a core healing process. You get the chance to stop the events from taking place. Cry because now I have to redo high school again. Not give a shit about what people think of me and be true to myself. Get on the right medication I so desperately needed. It would have changed everything. Lose the weight. Save my grandmother by insisting they take her to a different hospital. Convince her to leave her abusive partner. Spend more time with my younger sibling and cat. Cherish everything I've lost. Go outside more. Basically just sat in front of my computer that year. Run away from my toxic mother as far as possible, and claw my way into an emancipation order with the courts. Go to the gym and invest in Bitcoin. Like as much money as I can get my hands on, all into Bitcoin. Stay in school instead of skipping all the time. Same, just go to school and get it over with. I missed over 50 days a year for my last few years of high school. I'm a teacher now lol. Call NASA. Tell them to stop the Challenger launch. Actually apply myself academically during high school and go to college straight out instead of in my late 30s with a husband, house, kids and full-time job. I had no one to tell me how smart I was and how capable. Just try. I ducked off so much, took nothing seriously, never focused. Makes me so angry thinking about how much of my youth life I wasted. Not a day goes by I don't regret some stupid choice of my youth, even most of my adulthood. I'm an old fart and screwed up an awful lot of things. And yes, I know that's not healthy, yada yada. Whatever I'm doing RNBC, I'm currently 16.